All right, guys, we are live. Welcome to the Wholesaling On Demand podcast. We have Larry Goins on today. Larry has been investing in real estate for the past 30 years. Welcome on board, Larry.
What's happening, buddy? How you been?
Good. Been really good. Just a lot of vision planning and at the drawing board trying to make it happen, man.
Awesome, man. It looks like you got a lot of deals on the board beside you over there.
Oh, yeah. It holds me accountable. You know, we can kind of put the motivation bucket on the side, and we're implementing new systems. Got a new Podio dashboard build out. So trying to get the automations.
Let me show you something. Let me show you my deals. There's my guitar I built.
Yeah, I love it.
We're walking out this way, and I know this is live, but here's my team right here. Here are all of our deals right here.
Boom. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, we got about Angel, Lorraine, Den's working from home today.
What's up, team?
We have about 27 or 28 deals under contract right now.
That is awesome, man. You guys are crushing it. So we're going to jump into a quick introduction so our audience knows who you are, a little bit of your background, and we can jump right into the interviews at that point. So
awesome.
Larry's been the president of the Metrolina RIA in Charlotte, North Carolina, which is a nonprofit organization with over 350 members. He's the local chapter of the national RIA. Oh, is that the entire country, Larry?
Yeah.
Okay. Larry's a
national
beast.
RIA.
As you can see, he's doing it. He's an active real estate investor, travels throughout the United States, speaking and training audiences at conventions, expos, real estate investment associations on his strategies for buying and selling houses. He's written several books on real estate investing that are available wherever books are sold. And Larry resides in Lake Wiley, South Carolina, with his wife, Pam, and he has two children, Linda and Noah. Personal business motto is people over principles. And I'll tell you what, this guy has been one of those pioneers in the industry for so long, and he's just kind of meshed, culture and relationships in together with his strategy, and has really opened up that platform to help bring new people in and teach on some of those results as well. So without further ado, Larry, welcome on board once again.
What's happening, man?
Not a whole lot. So jumping in, tell us a little bit about your history with your real estate investing experience.
Sure, man. I bought my very first house in 1986. It was an FHA non-qualifying assumable loan, and I've gone through all different kinds of real estate. I've done deals in 12 different states, but I focused on the Carolinas.
Okay.
I was doing deals mainly all over North and South Carolina, but right now I focus on about 7 different counties. And I've done wholesaling, I've done fix and flips, I've done rehabbing, landlording, subject to seller financing. I've used hard money and private money. I am a hard money lender, private money lender, and I've done commercial, multifamily. I've bought mobile home parks. I've owned Shoney's restaurants. I've owned Dollar General stores. But
Wow.
I focus on 2 things. I focus on wholesaling. I call it real estate day trading, buying and selling a house the same day. And I also focus on seller financing.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, 2 fantastic strategies. I've really fallen in love with the real estate space just because you can wake up every single day and know that there's something new to learn. It just goes so deep, and you realize how small you really are when you start diving into it. And again, it's all about relationships. So it's awesome.
Absolutely.
Wholesaling is one of my favorites too. And again, kind of mimicking your model, you call it the filthy riches model, which is your book and education with that, right? The seller financing.
Right.
Yep, that's awesome. What advice would you give to a brand new investor, someone that's just starting out?
A brand new investor?
Yep.
Man, I've been doing this for 30 years and I am still learning. I mean, look at these bookcases. See that bookcase? See that bookcase? Yeah. And then look, there's 2 others over here.
That's
right.
It.
Those are just the ones at the office. I have more at home. So I say this to stress the importance of education, but also education doesn't mean squat without application. You've got to go out there and you got to make it happen. You got to make offers, right?
Absolutely.
You got to make offers. You gotta go out there and you got to get your knee skin up, right? You gotta get out there and work it. You gotta take action, right? I've had people come up to me and say, well, Larry, what makes your training so different? You know, I bought this course, I've been to this seminar, I've been to that seminar. I've been coached by people. You know, I say, well, it sounds to me like you got a lot of education, but you have no application, right?
Absolutely.
That's what I try to do with people. In fact, I have let me show you something right quick. I hope you don't mind me moving around so much.
I love it. I love to keep these interviews organic because it gives our viewers an opportunity to see what's going on under the dashboard and see what actually is going on in the operations at hand.
Exactly. Now, this is my training room right here. In fact, I have 24 people coming to my office next week. This training room, every one of those pictures on the walls are testimonials of students. There's where I do my training. Every one of these, there's trophies. Every one of these are testimonials from students that we've helped, and that's our training room right here.
I love it.
Yeah. So we've got 24 people coming next week to spend 3 days with me in my office, not for education, but for application, right? I said, bring your credit card because you're going to be getting things happening. You're going to be ordering your direct mail. You're going to be getting your postcards designed. You're going to be doing this, that. So when you get home, your phone's going to start ringing off the hook.
Right. Yep. The only thing that separates you from where you are now and where you want to be is the amount of action that you're willing to take, right? You got to be clear with your goals. And again, if you've never done it, it's hard to think about what steps you even need to start trying to implement. So that's awesome, Larry. I love the application aspect of it. And awesome. You're absolutely right. The essence of life is growth. So I could not stress that more, for any new investor. Instead of just trying to achieve the results, focus on the growth because you will get there over time, right?
Right.
How about for any experienced investors, someone that's doing, their third, fourth, 100th deal, any advice for them to help scale their business to the next level?
Yeah, actually, there's a lot of people who hit a ceiling, right? They're doing 2 or 3 or 4 deals a month or whatever, and maybe they feel like they've hit a ceiling or I'm happy where I'm at. Let me tell you something. You can always learn new techniques, strategies, and tips and things like that. I mean, we do a lot of different things to market to make the phone ring because I'm a firm believer. I'd rather have 10 ways to find one deal than only one way to have to find 10 deals, right?
Right.
So we're always learning and growing and figuring out what kind of list to mail to, how to do PPC, pay-per-click advertising, Facebook marketing, direct mail, telemarketing. We started not too long ago using Mojo, a dialer.
Yep.
And
love it.
We've got a list. You can take your list, your direct mail list. You can have it appended. You can get phone numbers. You can upload it to a dialer, and it'll dial 3 numbers at a time till it gets somebody on the phone. And
Game
you just
changer.
you just say something simple as, hey, I got your list from Public Records. You own a house you don't live in. Wanted to give you a call and see if you were interested in selling it. It's very simple, right? And we have other lists as well. You can also upload that list to Facebook, and you can create what's called a custom audience based on that list. It'll go out there and find a Facebook account that matches or connects with that address or that phone number or that name. And then you can run ads. And now all of a sudden you got your postcard, you left them a voicemail, and now they're seeing you on Facebook. They're like, man, these guys are everywhere. Yep. I need to call them, right?
Direct targeting. That's
exactly.
Huge. And plus, your prospect, you already know what type of distress or what type of situation they might be in, so you can directly target your campaign to meet them right where they're at, which is huge.
Exactly.
I think the reason that a lot of businesses fail, we have such a broad reach. We're doing one cookie cutter campaign and we're hitting the masses. We're hitting males between the age of 18 and 35. Well, as you know, interest could be so different within those age groups and demographics. So when you know your customer and know your consumer, it can make all the difference, right?
Absolutely. You're exactly right. And you never know when you're going to catch somebody. You know,
Right.
like I was talking to a guy yesterday. He said, well, I hadn't really thought about selling this property, but now that I got the postcard, yeah. He said, I said, let me ask you a question. I said, I bet you only think about it one time a year when the tax bill comes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That'll
He
get
said,
them right there.
You're right. You're right. That's the only time I ever think about this property.
Yep. That's awesome. So I've heard of you referred to as the negotiator. Explain to us why negotiating is so important in the real estate world.
Well, man, it really, really is important. In fact, with my partners, I have a select few people that I partner with, like the ones I showed you that are coming to my office. And we have a little partner program. And I do everything over the phone. I negotiate my deals over the phone. And I can get a house under contract in probably somewhere between, I think the best I have right now is 13 minutes. And I'm trying to get it under 10. I got a little game with myself, right? But
Sure.
but 15 to 20 minutes, I can get a house under contract. And I'm a firm believer that you've got to be a good negotiator to be a good real estate investor. You really
Absolutely.
have to be. If you're timid, if you're shy, if you don't know how to talk to people, you need to go out there and listen to some training, some education, like Grant Cardone, and there's John Martinez who teaches real estate specific negotiating. And there's some other people out there as well, but I'm a firm believer you got to be a good negotiator. And I've got a lot of little one-liners that we use when we're buying properties, when we're negotiating with people, and you got to be able to handle those objections as well.
That's it. And I think, a lot of people put a negative connotivity on the word of negotiating, but when it really comes down to it, it's just relationships, like building rapport, right? Getting people to trust you, coming at them and being able to explain your process, their situation, and the service that you can add to what they're doing or what they might need.
Right. And you've got to create a win-win situation. It can't be win-lose.
Yep.
Right. You can create win-win. I mean, yes, I'm a firm believer. If you're not embarrassed by your offer, it's probably too high.
Yeah.
But also they can say no. It's okay. I told a lady on the phone yesterday, I said, look, I'm not really sure if I'm going to make much money on your property anyway, so it really doesn't matter to me. I'm just trying to help you out because you told me you needed the money pretty quick.
Right. It's awesome. So I believe that real estate investing is a team sport. Business is a team sport. Explain to us how you bring others on the team to help you, or how you build a team around your vision.
Sure. Well, first of all, I have a very, very small team, right?
Okay.
I have a very small team. It's not like we have 3 or 4 acquisition people, 3 or 4 sales people, and all that stuff. I've got myself. I am an acquisition person. I do acquisitions. I've got one person out here doing lead management, and then I have a closing person handling all the closings, and then I have a sales guy who sells all the properties. Right? And right now he's way behind. We probably have, I don't know, 16, 17 properties that we have that need to be sold, right? And some of them are tenant occupied, and we bought them at a deep discount. Some of them are fix and flips. Some of them are fix and rent. But we say that we provide deal flow. We are professional negotiators. We spend thousands and thousands of dollars per month of marketing to make the phone ring. And when the phone rings, we negotiate a deep, deep, deep discount. And then we add, $5 or 10 or 15, sometimes $20,000 to that property, and we pass it along to a fix and flip or a fix and rent investor.
Absolutely. You're like the conduit, right? You're meshing deals together. You're finding the off-market deals, and you're adding that value to your investors, your cash buyers.
Yeah,
awesome.
we tell people we are professional negotiators. That's what we do. We negotiate a deep, deep discount. I was on the phone yesterday with a lady, a buyer. She was just starting out. She wanted to buy properties and fix them up and rent them out, and she has a full-time job. And I gave her that same spiel that I just said. I said, we're professional negotiators. We spend thousands of dollars a month on marketing, and then what we do is we negotiate a deep, deep discount and then pass it along to somebody like you. And she said, that's exactly what I wanted to hear, because I work a full-time job. And she said, I don't have the time or the money to really spend on marketing and to hire a team and all that. I just need to find a source that I can go to get properties that I can fix up and rent out.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, and she wants to do what's called the BRRRR method. I'm sure you heard of that. BRRRR, which is buy, rehab, rent, refi, and repeat.
Yep. It's a great strategy for sure if you can leverage your credit all day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So piggybacking off of the growth aspect and really digging in, what are your favorite books?
Oh my gosh, I got a ton of them. I got
many.
a ton. I know you're a Grant Cardone fan. I love everything Grant Cardone, 10X Rule. You know, if you're not first, you're last, and all the other ones. I like Rhinoceros Success. It's a great one. The One Thing by Gary Keller.
Yep.
And anything by Jim Rohn, anything by Trump. I also like. There's a book called Traction. It's based on EOS, Entrepreneurial Operating System, how you operate your business. Traction by Gino Wickman. And man, there's just so many of them.
So many.
And I love to listen to the books. So I use Audible. And the cool thing about Audible is you can listen to them at 1.5 or 2 times speed, right?
Right.
Yeah, here's another one, The 4 Disciplines of Execution. There's The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. That's a really good one. The book on negotiating for real estate investors, Faster Than Normal. Faster Than Normal is about people who have ADHD, right? How to understand, and how also, if you have ADHD like I do, I mean, I've never been diagnosed, but everybody tells me I have it, right?
Right.
I'm always like this, but Faster Than Normal is about how to understand and how to be more productive as a person who has ADHD, and also how to understand them. The Power of Zero, The One Thing, Gary Keller, The Sell of a Lifetime, Harry Dent, Jesus CEO is a good one, Profit First, Necessary Endings. Man, I got a ton of them here. Millionaire Mindset, Crucial Conversations. Just a ton of it.
You guys got at least 6 months of the reads that he just labeled off for you. So dive in.
At my 3-day events, I give. I have a PowerPoint slide. It's like 3 different slides, and I think I have about 20 some books on each slide that I recommend.
Awesome. Now, I know every investor has their secret sauce, and you touched a little bit on marketing methods, Mojo Dialer, direct mail. I absolutely love Mojo, cold calling. What is your favorite lead source or your favorite list to hit?
My favorite list?
Yes, sir.
Well, my favorite list is a list that I purchase. It's a very exclusive list. It's territory only, and it's very expensive. I pay about $20,000 a year for it, but they only allow one person in that territory to get the list. And so I pay $20,000 a year just for the list. And then I spend about $8,000 a month mailing out that list every single month. So that's my number one list, but also I like probate. If you're just starting out. I like probate. I like code enforcement, delinquent taxes, and absentee owners. And there's a lot of lists out there, but if you're brand new, if you're starting out, probate is probably one of the best lists you can get.
Probate's great. Yep.
It's expensive, but I mean, you can look it up yourself, and it's expensive, and you're not going to get a ton of traction with it, but you're going to have a high closing ratio, because with probate, most of them are going to sell the property.
Yep, absolutely. And for a lot of you guys that are just starting or kind of, bringing your business to the next level, I know there's so many shiny objects, right? So many lists that you think you can target, and so many marketing forms. But I encourage you to focus on mastering that one thing first. Again, become an expert at that certain list, that certain lead form. And then once you master that, start to build on it and compound. Because I will say one of the mistakes that I made early on, or many of the mistakes, resulted because I was always chasing that next best thing. Instead of staying consistent with direct mail, I wanted to dabble in, Google AdWords and cold calling and do all this stuff. But as you know, you become paralyzed if you focus on too much stuff. So just find that one lead source and really zero in. That is crucial. It really is.
Exactly.
Any viewers out there, if you guys have any questions personally that you'd like to ask Larry, feel free to chime in. Absolutely. This guy is just a wealth of knowledge, wealth of resources. So if you have anything that you want to ask him, please do so. So Larry, I heard that we might have some possible training material. Do you have some training material you might be able to offer our viewers today?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can get a free investor's kit, which will include my book, Getting Started in Real Estate Day Trading, Proven Techniques for Buying and Selling Houses the Same Day Using the Internet. And you get a copy of HUD Homes Half Off, How to Buy HUD Houses for Pennies on the Dollar. And you get a DVD or a video about the Filthy Riches model, how to earn triple-digit returns secured by real estate on cheap houses nobody else wants. And you get another video recording, and you get some things on self-directed IRAs, doing deals in your IRA. All you have to do is call and talk to Zenobia, and call toll-free 877-LARRY-GO. That's 877-LARRY-GO for a free investor's kit, and it'll have 2 of my books, a couple of videos, and some other stuff. Or if you would rather do that, if you would rather text, all you got to do is text the word BRAG, B-R-A-G, to 803-897-6063. Text the word BRAG, B-R-A-G, to 803-897-6063. Or you can call Z at 877-LARRY-GO.
Awesome. I love it, man. Well, Larry, thank you once again for coming on the show. Larry actually had a team meeting this morning that he had to push to the side a little bit so we could jump on and share some stuff with the viewers. So I greatly appreciate it, man. Thanks again for everything.
No problem at all. I'm glad to do it. Thanks a lot for having me. I really appreciate it. If anybody wants to reach out, just give us a call, 877-LARRY-GO. We'll send you out some free info and, go from there.
Good deal, man. Cool. Enjoy your weekend, man. We'll catch up soon, brother.
Sounds good, man. Take care.
You too.